صل على Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Okay, inshallah I will try to wrap up this chapter, second chapter. The first chapter from Mafatih al-Hayat was about thinking and reflection and contemplation. The second chapter was about learning, teaching and learning. And we will wrap up this chapter today. The next chapter will be about the importance of hard work and not being lazy. So stay tuned for that, inshallah, in the next sessions. So the subsection that we are in is about. So look, yesterday we talked about the importance of learning about different disciplines, right? We talked about skills and arts and poetry and religious sciences, ahkam, religious rules, archery. So basically the point was that we must try to excel in different areas of our life, not just religion or not just the ahkam, but you need to excel in different disciplines. Today's section is about the adab, the etiquettes of learning and teaching. The etiquettes that have to do with it. Now there are too many etiquettes. Over here, the book only has a couple of them. The first etiquette is a very important etiquette, and that is from a narration from the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says that everybody has heard talabul ilm farida ala kulli muslimin, that seeking knowledge is fard, it is an obligation on every single Muslim. But this narration has a second part to it, which says that you must seek knowledge and you must gain knowledge from those people who are the people of knowledge. So if you want to learn about, science, you're not going to go to a poet. If you want to learn about poetry, you're not going to go to, a doctor. So going to the right person that has the knowledge, that's something that is important. So if you want to learn about Islam, you're not going to go on some random YouTube channel, please. Okay, you're not going to go on TikTok and watch and listen to these random celebrities that are on TikTok. No, if you want to learn about Islam, you go to the right people that can teach you about it. Another narration from the Holy Prophet, he says one of the wasiyat, one of the advice of Dhul Qarnayn was this, that do not take knowledge from those people who do not act on their knowledge. Because if they knew the importance of their knowledge, they would have acted on it. But because they don't act on it, that means that they themselves have not understood the value, or maybe they know that this knowledge does not have much value. So no, go and seek knowledge from the people who actually act on it. So if you want to learn about akhlaq, will it make sense to learn about akhlaq from a person who doesn't know you have akhlaq? Okay, if somebody is very greedy and they come and give you a lecture about the horrible problems of being greedy, and they themselves are the most greedy person on the planet, the Prophet is saying, don't learn from these people. Okay, because they cannot teach you the truth. They have no experience with it. In fact, they do the complete opposite. So that's the first etiquette. Going to the right place to learn what you need to learn. Okay? In any field. Second thing is about patience. The Holy Prophet ﷺ said that every time, basically you must spend a lot of time, basically have humility and khudu' while gaining knowledge, because knowledge is a long journey. Gaining knowledge is a long journey. It's a long and sometimes very difficult path. As my teacher always used to say, Agha Ali, hawsale dashte bashid, because you must have a lot of hawsala, you must have a lot of energy, and basically don't give up. Because sometimes, just like all of you get tired of your homework and projects and assignments, we all went through that. All of the teachers have gone through that. And sometimes you just want to give up, right? Sometimes you're like, what is this? This project and that project, and I have to do the ilm talk as well, and now the Noor Expo is coming up next, and I have an assignment due as well. Hawsale dashte bashid. Don't lose hope. Have energy, have the determination, because you need a lot of patience to be successful. So that is one of actually the etiquettes. It is from the adab. Next etiquette is haya. Remember the word haya, grade 6, 7? And I said something. I said there is no haya in religious matters. There is no shame in asking questions that you are not aware of. So this is one of the etiquettes. Imam Rida alayhi salam says that someone who does not have knowledge, they should not have لا يستحي أحدهم إذا لم يعلم أن يتعلم. You should not have, yastahi is from haya as well. Do not have any shame in asking questions. If you don't know something, you should ask. And the person who you are asking should not make you feel embarrassed. Because questions, if you don't know, you must ask your question. So that is one of the etiquettes. Another etiquette which is very, very important is seeking knowledge for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the Holy Prophet says, do not seek knowledge to the purpose of trying to win a debate against someone. I just want to learn this so I can just attack my opponents. No, don't do it because of that. Don't gain knowledge to show off. Don't gain knowledge so that you can go to a gathering and just show off what you know. And everybody says, wow, 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 you're amazing. This guy knows so much stuff. Don't gain knowledge for that sake. Okay? Do not gain knowledge for the sake of gaining power and gaining money. That's not the main purpose. Because anyone who does that, they have not gained knowledge out of sincerity, and this knowledge will be of no value to them on the day of judgment. Meaning even after all of this knowledge, Allah can still punish them on the day of judgment. Okay, so do not do that. Another narration is from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. He says, do not make knowledge, basically do not make knowledge as a source of your wealth. What does it mean? Because the companion says to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, what do you mean? Because a lot of your companions, they learn knowledge from you and then they go spread this knowledge, and many people out of respect, they give them some hadiyah, they respect them and so on. So are they, spreading knowledge for the sake of money? Imam Sadiq says, no, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about those people who don't really have any ilm, they don't have any knowledge, but for the sake of just, material gains and material wealth, they are going after the dunya and they don't even really have any knowledge, and they are not doing this sincerely. Their main purpose is just to make themselves popular, make more money. That is the reason why they are going into this, into lecturing or into learning and gaining knowledge. So this is one of the etiquettes. Don't do it for the sake of the dunya. If you're gaining, and I was with a brother 2 nights ago, and he said something very nice, He said, you cannot find one narration in the books of hadith where the imams say, go gain knowledge so you can get this job. And what about us? We always try to say, go into this degree so that you can get a job, this job. Do this program so you can get this job. You cannot find one narration that says, go and gain knowledge for the sake of getting a better job or for the sake of making more money. You won't find it. Knowledge itself has what they call intrinsic value. It on its own is very important. Seek knowledge for the sake of Allah. Seek knowledge for yourself, for your own growth. Yes, with that knowledge, you can get a better job, you can make money as well, you can have a good life. But your primary reason should not be, hey, I want to do this degree so I can get a job. That should not be your primary intention. Okay, so that's something that is there. Another very important narration from Imam Hassan alayhi salam. Imam Hassan is talking to his little kids, to his little children. Look what he says. أَنَّهُ دَعَى بَنِيهِ وَبَنِي أَخِيهِ. He brought his children and his nephews, and he says, إِنَّكُمْ صِغَارُ قَوْمٍ. O children, you are the little children of your family today. وَيُوشِكُ أَن تَكُونُوا كِبَارَ قَوْمٍ آخِرِينَ. Soon the day will come that you will all grow up and you will become the kibar, you will become the senior and the adults of your family members. So go and gain knowledge, and if anyone cannot gain knowledge, meaning they struggle with it, then they must write down their knowledge, meaning they must take notes. They must become good at note taking, writing down their knowledge. Okay, because you cannot remember everything that is said the entire day in school. It is not possible. So Imam Hassan alayhi salam is saying, hey, the things that you are learning today as youngsters, write it down, because when you are older, you will need this knowledge, and if you have not written it down, you might forget it. You might forget about it. So that's why we try to encourage you guys to take down notes. I want to finish this chapter off. Another etiquette is about teaching others. So if you have learned something, the Holy Prophet said that the sadaqah of learning is to teach. You know what is sadaqah, right? Charity, giving charity. If you have a lot of money, you give charity, correct? If you have a lot of knowledge, from the charity is that you teach to each other. Second last narration from the Holy Prophet is that this is for teachers, that if you want to teach, make the material easy and appropriate for the learners. Okay, try and make it learning, because the Holy Prophet says, Inna Allah Ta'ala ba'athani mu'alliman muyassira. He has sent me as a teacher who can make things easy for people. He can explain things in an easy way. And the last one is also for the teachers. This will become our main hadith, inshallah, as we grow into the future, where Abdul Rahman Sulami, he is a teacher that lived in the time of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. He taught the son of Imam Hussein Suratul Hamd, Surah Fatiha. And when the son, most probably maybe Hazrat Ali Akbar, that he came to his father, he came to Imam Hussein, and he told his father that I have learned Suratul Fatiha as a baby, I was a young kid. Imam Hussein alayhi salam gave that teacher 1,000 dinars and 1,000 pieces of clothing, and filled him with pearls, actual pearls. He gave him that much wealth and money. So somebody actually critiqued Imam Hussein. They said, why did you do this? This is a waste of money. Why would you pay someone 1,000 dinars for just teaching Surah Fatiha? And look at what Imam Hussein alayhi salam says to him. وَأَيْنَ يَقْعُ هَذَا مِنْ عَطَائِهِ. Where is the 1,000 dinars? What is the value of the 1,000 dinars? And where is the value of the Suratul Hamd that this teacher taught to my son? It is still not, I still have not paid him the haqq that this teacher had over me. So there's a lot of respect and status for teachers. Our teachers teach you not just Suratul Hamd, but the entire day they are teaching you a lot of things. So if you were to give them according to the salary Imam Hussein were to give, all of our teachers would have been probably billionaires by now. Okay, but inshallah in heaven they will all be billionaires. But we have to try even in this world to also become billionaires, because we're going to go out in the community and we will make this hadith the criteria and the standard, inshallah. Okay, so we have wrapped up the second section. Inshallah, from next section we will talk about the ahmiyat kar wa talash, the importance of working hard and not being lazy, inshallah, for all of us. Can we have a nice salawat?